Hey everybody, it's Sherry with Mature Beauty Studio, and I wanted to come on today and do a hooded eye tutorial. It's one of my most requested looks because of a lot of us are dealing with hooded eyelids. It happens with aging, it happens just over the course of time. Sometimes our eyelids begin to droop a little bit, and it can be really frustrating when you're trying to do an eyeshadow look and you never really get the look you're trying to achieve because your lids have so much skin on them, you just don't see that eyeshadow anymore. So I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks today, how to take care of that and how to make your eyes come to life. So first thing I'm going to do is go in with a little eyeshadow primer. And this is really important if you have hooded lids, because the way that skin sits, it can cause creasing and make your eyeshadows actually disappear. So we want to get a nice base. So I'm using something today called NYX White Eyeshadow Primer. I like this one because it creates a nice clean coat on my lids. And with the white, I'm gonna really get the most color payoff from my eyeshadows too. So I'm simply just gonna rub that on the whole lid and go right up, right under the brow bone with that white. And that's going to take care of all my discoloration that I have on my lids. And again, just create a nice smooth surface for us to work our magic with eyeshadows. Yeah, I see I got a big glob of it right there. We'll take care of that. And this is just a really nice cream base. There's different ones on the market. This is just one I happened to grab today. So first thing I'm going to do is grab my eyeshadow brush, and I have a fluffy ended brush and then more of a pointed end. Today I'm going to go in with that fluffy end, and I'm going to pick up a very light color just to use as an all over color. So I'm using something called Pup today, which is kind of a taupey brown. So I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a nice coat. That's going to seal that eyeshadow primer we just put on and create a nice shadow base to begin with. And again, you can use any light color that you want for this first coat. I'm using something very neutral, like I said, just to give that great clean palette that we're looking for. Okay, next color I'm going to go into is going to be a little bit darker shade, and I am going to use one of my favorites today. This one is kind of a really kind of reddish brown, rusty color. That one is called Bubba. And when you put shadow on your brush, just tap it off. That way you're going to get rid of any fallout that happens underneath. So for that one, I'm going to just reach above. So this is the key with the hooded eyes. We need to reach above the crease. If I just put this in the crease, I wouldn't see it when my eye was closed. So I need to reach way above. See what happens when I close my eye? I'm still barely seeing it. So I'm going almost up to my brow bone with that color. And just using this windshield wiper movement back and forth and getting a nice clean coat. This color is gorgeous if you have blue eyes. I happen to have hazel eyes. I like it for my eyes, but blue eyes, oh my gosh, this color just totally pops. So again, go in that crease and go up a little bit higher than you normally would. Just that way you're gonna see it. And I love eyeshadows. I think it can just bring your eyes to life, especially with a hooded eye. We wanna make sure that our eyes pop. So we're gonna do whatever tips and tricks we can to make them pop. All right, next color I'm going to go into is going to be a little bit deeper, darker shade. And I'm going in with a reddish brown today. It's Coco right there. And here's the magic trick. So with this pointy end of my brush, you've heard about making a V in the corner of your eye. That's kind of what everybody talks about when they do eyeshadows. Well, for a hooded eye, we are going to do what's called an inverted 7. So a V would be this way. A 7 is actually going to go right in the center of our eye. So pretend we're going to go make that top of the 7 and go straight over and then come down. So it's kind of a 7 but backwards. So you can see what I'm doing, right straight across. So I'm not down in the crease down here because that would not show with hooded eyes. I actually need to be up here and then come down. Okay, and now we're going to just fill that in. So we've kind of created the outline with that shape, and we're going to fill that in with that darker shade. And excuse me if I look away for a minute because I just have to look in my mirror. And don't worry, this looks a little crazy when I first put it on, but we're going to blend it all out. So again, that inverted 7. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and just kind of blend. We're going to do some swirly motions and bring those colors together. And this is going to look really dark and scary for a minute, but you're going to see when I close my eyes, you're barely going to see that. Okay, then the next thing I like to do is go in with a little bit of a shimmer. So we're keeping that darkness on the outside of our eyes. We're going to do a shimmer or a lighter shade toward the center of our eye. And I'm going in with a really pretty shimmery color. This one is called Soulmate, and I'm just going to tap it. So kind of tap it right in the center of our eye and maybe halfway over right on our eyeball. Okay, and I'm going to also just blend that out. So blend those two together. And then what I like to do with that dark color that we've used for our inverted 7 is I am going to go in and do it as a liner. So I'm just going to darken my under eye with that color. And I'm going to pretend it's an eyeliner, and I'm going to go in and just go right into my lash line with that color. So kind of just dig into your lashes with that. Just take that nice fluffy brush and push that color. So that way we're going to bring it together. Now, remember when you used to use the cat eyeliner and you'd go up like that? You can go ahead and do that with the shadow too. Just kind of bring that up, and that's going to marry that together. All right, so we want to create more of a lift over here. So I am going to take my brightening highlight color that I did my makeup with, put a little bit on the end of the brush, and we're going to lift up because it's all about the lift, especially with hooded eyes. You want to bring it right up. And I'm just going to blend that out with my fluffy brush. And I'm only doing one eye because I want to show you the difference of what one eye looks like compared to the other one, because you're going to really see a magical difference. So that brightening highlight that I used, I'm going to actually go under the brow bone and kind of carve that out. And what this is going to do is just going to create some lift on our brow. So again, this is a quick and easy little eye lift look. Just kind of carving out, and if you want, you can even go above just to kind of carve out those brows. And don't worry, I will blend this in. I can actually just kind of tap my finger and blend that right in like that. So you can see that's given me a bit of an eye lift. So that's that eye, that's this eye. The hooded eye, you can see without anything on, this eye is kind of disappearing, right? I'm going to just add a little mascara on that eye so I can give you the full picture of what one eye looks like with makeup and without. And hooded eyes don't have to be intimidating. I mean, honestly, knowing a few tips and tricks, you can really bring them to life, make them pop, and make them look so much bigger than they really are. Just going to add a little mascara. I am using Thrive mascara today. It's a tubular mascara, which means it really coats your lashes with little tubes, and it doesn't give you the raccoon eyes. So take a look at that. So this is the hooded eye look. This is just the base coat. I think I just put the one coat over here, but it's a pretty dramatic difference. Kind of making those eyes pop, going from disappearing eyes to eyes that pop. Just using that inverted 7. So I'm going to come back in a minute with the second eye finished and see what you think. Okay, I'm back. I have mascara and I finished the other eye, And that's the quick and simple hooded eye tutorial. So again, the simple tricks are creating that inverted 7. So instead of putting the dark color in that little V in the crease where you're not going to see it, you're actually going to go up the center of your eye and go right straight across, creating that inverted 7. Same thing here, over and down, and filling it in with the dark. And then just make sure to do a really good blend with the fluffy end of your brush to kind of meld those colors together. So keeping the dark on the outside, the lighter color, the pop of lightness and shimmer in the center, and it's going to bring your eyes to life. If you want to lift the brows, I've done a little bit of my brightening highlight under there, and to me it's a fast and easy fix, and it really makes my hooded eyes come to life again. So thanks for joining me. If there's any other ideas, tips you need, please reach out and let me know. Thanks so much.